the violence witnessed by students. Crisis in the Classroom investigative reporter Tiffany Lane has been covering the shocking assaults from the beginning, and she is here with those details.
Yes, Marie, we were able to obtain the videos you see behind that you're about to see through a public records request with CCSD. These are videos from the cameras inside the two buses. Let's start with the early morning incident on August 18th. Otis Tanner was arrested following that incident. Now, in the arrest report, a bus driver told police that Tanner walked onto the bus after the last student was seated. The driver said the altercation stemmed from an incident on Wednesday when he refused to transport Tanner's daughter because she was not on the student list. Here's a clip from that video where you can see the physical altercation. At some point, you see the driver come back onto the bus to retrieve a tire iron.
You don't these kids on this bus and put kids off the bus. Get off the bus. These kids. Get off the bus. They get nowhere.
Okay, we're just saying here.
Yeah.
You said arrested.
You a dummy.
You a dummy.
All right.
Yeah. Get the the bus. What you gonna do? Do something. You got up on here. You like you wanna do some. Do something.
Cause you do.
Dude, you a dumb. No, dude, get off.
You better quit touching us.
Dude, you better get off the bus.
Touch me again.
Dude, get off the bus.
Touch me again.
Get off the bus. I'll touch you. What you gonna do? Dude, get off the bus.
Now, Tanner will face charges of battery on a protected person, burglary, and assaulting a school employee. He is expected in court tomorrow morning at 9 for a preliminary hearing. The night before, there was another attack on a CCSD bus driver. That was August 17th. We received confirmation today that Elizabeth Tanner, whose mugshot you see here, was arrested in that incident. It happened in the area of Boulder Highway and Russell Road. Here's the video we also obtained through a public records request, where you can see Tanner hitting the driver and another adult yelling at the bus driver. Now, again, only Tanner was arrested in this incident. Police say that she is arrested on charges of battery on a protected person, child abuse, neglect, destruction of property of another, interfering with student from attending school, and burglary of a motor vehicle. Some of these charges are not related to the battery on the bus driver, but came about during the investigation. Now, I am working on getting a copy of the arrest report in this incident. Of course, we'll provide details once we get that.
The lawsuit wasn't my first choice, it was my last resort.
A legal battle between City of Las Vegas council members Victoria Seaman and Michele Fiore now underway. Good evening, I'm Marie Mortera. Jim Snyder has the night off. Seaman filed a lawsuit today claiming Fiore assaulted her and created a hostile working environment. News 3's Kristen Drummond joins us here in studio with more on the alleged incident happened.
Marie, I spoke with Councilwoman Seaman this afternoon. She tells me filing this 30-page lawsuit against Councilwoman Fiore and the city was her last resort, as you just heard. And she claims Fiore broke her finger last January. Now she wants change inside City Hall regarding policies as well as procedures.
It's been traumatic. It was humiliating.
Emotional Councilwoman Victoria Seaman. She stands outside her home, recalling the moment she says Councilwoman Michele Fiore injured her right index finger.
She twisted it and broke it.
Part of the allegations filed in a lawsuit Monday. The complaint accuses Fiore of grabbing Seaman's hand on the second floor of City Hall. After pulling her hand away, Seaman claims Fiore grabbed her by the hair and violently yanked her head backwards, throwing her to the floor. Moments Seaman says a camera captured, but the lawsuit states the video footage of the attack was destroyed and no longer existed after 60 days.
Is that the normal policy, deleting video in City Hall or after 60 days?
That's the policy, but it shouldn't be when a crime has been committed.
The altercation reaching that point after growing tensions between the two women months prior. Seaman says approaching city management and Mayor Carolyn Goodman about her problems did not work. Now she wants change.
I feel like nobody at City Hall listened to me or took the leadership to do anything about it.
Seaman demands Fiore's resignation and alleges a hostile working environment.
There has to be protocols in place, that these things need to be reported, that these things, people need to be held accountable.
Fiore is running for the office of state treasurer. Her campaign spokesperson says she's not doing interviews at this time, but released a statement. It says in part, the same liberal Republicans who supported Michelle's primary opponent are now doing whatever they have to attempt to stop her from winning this election. Meanwhile, Seaman says she's still healing.
It's the emotional scars that I think are the worst at this time.
Councilwoman Seaman says she had surgery on her right finger in February and has the medical bills, which will likely be available during discovery in the case. She is seeking more than $15,000 payment for the medical bills and punitive damages. I reached out to the city for comment about this, but a representative says they will not comment on pending litigation. I also requested a comment from Mayor Carolyn Goodman, but she does not have one at this time.
Well, Kristen, it's been more than a year and a half since she says Fiore broke her finger. Why is she filing the lawsuit now?
Well, Seaman tells me she did go through human resources at the city. She adds city marshals are investigating the case, but nothing's come from it or anything else she's tried to do, according to her, which is why she's taking this legal action. By the way, I also filed a public records request for that marshal's report, and we'll let you know when we receive it, Marie.
Energy bill will be going up again, and NV Energy says rising fuel prices is to blame. News 3's Ophelia Young is at NV Energy's offices on Sahara. And Ophelia, it's been steadily rising now, these prices, for more than a year.
Yeah, that is right, Maria. I've been going through these past bill inserts, and this is the 5th straight quarter that they've jacked up rates. Now, obviously, customers not happy with this, but NV Energy behind me promises none of the increases will go to profit.
Everyone from casinos to single families feeling the burn of rising gas prices since July of 2021.
It's residential, multifamily apartments, as well as small and large commercial operators.
This is the 5th quarter in a row NV Energy has raised rates. For the single-family resident, it has surged 4 to 8% every quarter for the last 5.
Because of world economic events or different events around the world, as well as here in the United States, prices have gone up 20%.
This time around, starting October, rates will jump again, another 6%. NV Energy customers learning about the hike on social media, frustrated, like Judy Samuels, who says, "My bill is already more than twice last year's. Enough is enough." And Joy Finch, who explains, "I've had to raise the temperature in my house 2 to 3 degrees the last 3 months. Amanda Jackson pleads, NV Energy, stop doing this to people. We can't afford any more higher energy costs.
This does not have anything to do with company profit or anything like that. What this is a cost of fuel increase for natural gas, as everybody is probably familiar.
Before last year, Sanchez says natural gas prices were generally on a decline. But now it's been more than a year of climbing rates. When can it end?
We are starting to see those gas prices trend lower in real time this week.
He shows hope for next quarter. Until then, he says renewable energy is the long-term answer to stability.
Can we expect rate decreases
Yes.
as we become less reliant on natural gas?
100%.
And if you are struggling, call them for help.
We will send somebody to your house free of charge. We'll give you free thermostats, and we will show you ways you can save.
And since I posted about this story to social media, I received many more questions, a couple more which I'll clarify right now. So I was asked, will businesses be affected? The answer is yes, anywhere from 6 to 12%, depending on the type of business. Someone wanted to know what percent of their energy is renewable right now. They tell me it is 30%. And somebody else asked me what kind of energy or what kind of fuel are they talking about, and that is natural gas. So again, these price increases aren't permanent. The adjustments are evaluated every 3 months. So let's just cross our fingers that we'll find some relief going into next quarter, which starts in January.
Hi everybody, I'm Reed Cowan from News 3 Las Vegas. We want to thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Remember, you can always see more of our videos by clicking on the video links. And also don't forget to click that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of our YouTube updates. Thanks for watching.